Hi there. The other day I did a spread like this where I used the SoFlat in the background, the golden SoFlat and ultramarine, and then I put some inks, acrylic inks on top, and I really loved what I got. So I wanted to do a little experiment here where I looked at the different paint types, and I tried layering acrylic ink on top and see what we get. So since there's a big bend downwards, I'm gonna put the inks on this side, so hopefully it won't be as impactful, won't run off just to the other page. And I'm gonna try a few different colors. This is Liquitex ink, Turquoise Deep. This is again on the ultramarine blue SoFlat, and I'll put some of the turquoise, some of the green, some of the magenta, and I'll spread that out a little bit here. Top, and then go into the green, and go right to the magenta, and see what we get as a result of this. So that was so flat. The next one, I actually did this Dahler and Rowney indigo ink, and I'll do the same thing again with, I know it's a little wet still, but I think that one's still gonna be okay. And the magenta, whoops, probably a little more magenta than I want. Let me start on that side. Go into the green and the blue, or the turquoise deep, and then go across this way. Cool. This one is an ultramarine blue, the Arteza, so it definitely has a different finish. The SoFlat's very matte. The Arteza is definitely a little shinier. Start here, the magenta, the green, and then the turquoise. Bring it back this way. This one here is actually the Golden Fluid Acrylics Ultramarine Blue. And then the last one I have here is actually the Kremer Pigment Ultramarine Blue Deep. It's a watercolor paint, whereas the rest of these are all acrylic based. I was just curious to see what layering on top of a watercolor would be like. I did not gesso this page at all before putting this down. And it is, I believe, cotton multimedia paper. Cool. So I'll come back once this has had a few moments to dry, and we'll see what the results look like. So here's everything all dried, and actually the results are kind of interesting. So again, this is the top level up here. I took all the tape off, but this is the SoFlat paint. From Golden. It's a very matte finish, and you can see that you can see the colors somewhat above it as that glazing layer. This is the ink, and again, you know, it's still fairly matte on both of these. This was the Arteza Ultramarine Blue. This already has a bit more of like a satin or some gloss to it. And on this side, you can, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's definitely a lot more reflection going on with this one, and also the fluid acrylics from Golden, which have a satin. It's between matte and gloss finish as well. They're pretty, like they're in multiple layers. The other thing is that you can see, I don't know if you can see, but some of these areas are way darker than others compared to up here. And then the results with the watercolor, that's still kind of pretty cool that it kind of interacts the way it does. So yeah, so it makes a lot of sense why this, when I did it on the two pages, the different spreads, with this, why you got a very interesting interaction with the inks and the matte, but it didn't become so glossy that it creates a sheen and can be difficult to see. Anyways, thought you'd like the experiment. Let me know what you think in the comments, and talk to you again soon.